One more time. What? You think that affected me any? Hit you again? I don't want it. Hit you again? I don't want it. Hit you again?
You know, I recall having a discussion some time back, and the discussion was really about reparations and, what people of color feel like they are owed, black people, what black people feel like they are owed. And while I don't disagree with a lot of the sentiments surrounding that, we ended up getting to a deeper debate, which was how black people have acted in the past historically. My homie was saying that it stems from how we were raised, how we were brought up, what we had to go through, right? And while I do attribute some of our actions and the things that we did and had to do coming up, being raised in poverty-stricken neighborhoods and things of that nature, while I do attribute a lot of that to our placement in the ghetto and our placement around the world and what our oppressors thought about us, when I see stuff like this, it really just goes again. It really undoes everything that agenda, the reparations agenda, is trying to accomplish and push for. This kid here, with this video, when I saw this pop up on my timeline on Facebook, it was disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting. And they say, don't judge a book by the cover. Never judge a book by the cover. But when you see this cover, you definitely gotta judge. Listen, I'll tell y'all all the time on this channel. Judging a book by its cover can absolutely save your life in some situations and circumstances. It's unavoidable. When I see a group of young teenagers, black teenagers, crowded together, they're cussing, right? They're using all types of different language and profanity, right? Without a care of who else is around them, they just don't care. They talking how they want to talk. Their pants sagging around their ass, right? They got the long dreads. They smell like weed. All of these little ragamuffins that I see, I judge them immediately. I don't want to be around them. My kids, I don't want them around them. My family, I don't want them. I judge them immediately. My kids can't hang out with your kids. Yes, I'm judging your kids, and by extension, I'm judging you. A lot of y'all parents are absolutely trash. A lot of y'all are absolutely trash. And it absolutely comes down back on y'all. How much do y'all want to bet that this kid, y'all not going to like this stigma either, but I don't care. How much do y'all want to bet that this kid's parents or parent is in a one-parent household? And the thing that kills me about it is these kids today come to school fly as hell, right? They got all the new shoes, all the new Jordans. They got every pair of Gucci shoes Gucci belts that they want to put on their waist, right? Strapped to their waist. They got the Trues in the pants, True Religion pants. They got every fashionable designer outfit that you could ever want as a kid with no money and no job, right? They come to school bugged out. Right? They come to school fitted, head to toe, fitted, and can't read a goddamn lick. Have y'all seen the averages for the average black student here in America? Have y'all seen the reading levels and how well below average they are? Have y'all seen the math? The comprehension of math Basic level. We're not talking about trigonometry here. We're not talking about, you know what I'm saying? We're not adding exponents and all that over here. No, I'm talking about basic math. Have y'all seen the levels of that these schools are at lately? These kids come to school with everything they want, though. How? How you getting everything you want and you can't even read? How you getting everything you want? You can't even comprehend basic sentence structure. This kid here, which we're about to get into, because I'm about to drag this kid. See, the media didn't want to release his name because he's a minor. But when you have a public display like this, I think that your face should be plastered all over the place so that everybody knows what a fucking loser and the disgrace your parents are. Yes, it's embarrassment time. It's time to embarrass the parents, which they probably, the parent, because I think it's a one household kid. But yeah, it's time to drag them. It's time to embarrass them. It's time to put you front. You wanted to be front and center, right? You wanted to put on a show. And the terrible thing about this is that if you listen to the video, rewind it back. I'm not going to play again because YouTube is probably already tripping about this anyway. But if you rewind the video back and you listen, if you watch the actual video, because I've seen this video twice now. This is my second time watching it. The first time I watched it, it didn't have any bleeps in it. So you could hear everything that was happening behind the camera, behind the person that was recording. They laughed. They laughed, y'all. It's funny. It's funny. Everything is a joke. It's all comedy to them. It's all for media consumption to these kids. It was a joke. They laughed. Who is raising these kids? Who is raising these kids? When I was coming up, y'all, there is no way. And I come from a one-parent household, essentially. Yeah, I come from a one-parent household. But when I was coming up, I had so much fear of my mother that I wouldn't have dared to even think up a scenario where I slap a teacher in her face. Not once, but twice. Not once, but twice. And I'm going to read you the excerpt because I want to drive it home what was actually said. Because a lot of y'all probably couldn't hear it. But I'm going to read it verbatim what this fool said to this teacher. By the way, he's being prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, and I absolutely think he should. And I want him to be charged as an adult. I wish he could be charged as an adult, honestly. It says a North Carolina high school student was charged after he allegedly slapped his teacher multiple times during a viral profanity-laced classroom rant earlier this week. The rage-filled youngster, identified only as a minor, confronted the educator. We gonna identify him. I'm gonna identify him here. We gonna shout you out, bro. Confronted the educator inside Parkland High School in Winston-Salem, where he violently attacked her, according to the video posted to social media. After the initial impact, the teacher seemed unfazed by the slap as the student continued to run his mouth. More male teachers are needed. If there was a black male sitting right there, I had to say this because I don't want to seem like I'm saying anything disparaging about women and for female teachers, but I just think that there needs to be a male presence. Younger males respond to males differently. And I can't even say that in this day and age because I've seen it go down where I've seen older teachers, men, have to swing on these kids. But at least in that sense, the older gentleman was able to protect himself and actually put a kid and student on their ass where they belong. Since his mama not gonna do it. Since his parents not. Since you not gonna put your kids on your ass, then don't be mad when somebody else do it. Teachers don't get paid enough, bro. Teachers do not get paid enough. They do not get paid enough to deal with this shit. So, after he slapped her, The teacher said, "Do you think that affected me in any way?" The unidentified teacher said, sitting back in her chair, legs crossed. The student replied, "Want me to hit you again?" The juvenile asked as he menacingly approached the teacher. The teacher responds, "I don't want it." The teacher answered before being hit again, this time from the right side. The second blow knocks the sitting instructor's glasses off of her face. He says, "The fuck's wrong with you? What you gonna do? Still sit in that chair 'cause you a bitch. Ain't nobody even coming. You got slapped," says the student, seemingly singing and dancing. "Bitch, go back to teaching." Bitch, go back to teaching is what this young man said. And you see him standing there, he's got the belt on, he got the shoes on, he laced. Students behind the camera reacted to the slaps with laughter amid the classroom assault. The school district condemned the students' behavior. This behavior will not be tolerated. At no time is it acceptable for students to put their hands on a teacher. They're going to make an example out of him, and I cannot wait to see what happens. I hope they prosecute him to the fullest extent. Listen, I have no problems getting monsters and these little monsters in the making. I have no problem sentencing them early. A lot of y'all can't be reformed. A lot of y'all won't be reformed. This is the type of student that's gonna grow up later and be robbing you 10 years down the line when you're coming out of a drugstore somewhere. This the little nigga that'll be holding up liquor stores down the line This the little nigga that'll be waiting outside of the mall trying to catch a come up on you in a couple years. Because he ain't got no job. This will be the little nigga that'll be the one getting caught in media, right? Getting media attention for gunning somebody down. Yeah, we stereotype over here. If you don't like it, unfollow. If you don't like it, unfollow. But I definitely judge books by their cover over here. I'm about to drive the point home to you though, to show you what kind of kid and what kind of student this is and how much control the parents don't have over him. Let's get to it. There he is right there. That's his face. That's him. That's him. Let's see if this is the unedited video of this.
Oh! Stop fucking playing with me, bitch ass nigga. What? You think that affected me any? You want me to hit you again? You want me to hit you again? I don't want it. You want me to hit you again? I don't want it. You want me to hit you again? Oh! Stop fucking playing with me. I told your dumb ass I'll knock those dumb ass glass off your fucking face. And do I look like I care? What the fuck wrong with you? What you gonna do? Still sitting in that chair? Nigga, you was a bitch. My granny, nigga, stop fucking playing with me.
Oh my granny, bitch.
Bitch ass nigga. Ain't nobody even come and you just got slapped. Bitch, go back to teaching. Yo, soft ass. More time. Oh!
You hear the person laughing behind it? You think it's hilarious. Oh! The student has been identified. You know the internet go internet. His name, here's the name. Here's how you know, off rip. If I heard nothing else about this story and I just heard the name of the person that was behind it, I would know everything, all the details that I needed to know about how to gauge this situation. His name is Aquavius Quavo Hickman. Let me say that one more time. Aquavius Quavo Hickman. And that's his face. Somewhere in America, someone birthed this. Somewhere in America, somebody pushed this out of their womb, nurtured it, took care of it, raised it, and brought it into the community with the rest of the world. Somewhere in America, this little Negro goes home to at the end of the day and lays his head down in a bed that is being paid for by a parent somewhere in America with a kid that is this disrespectful, obnoxious, rude, and has no respect for anybody. Somewhere in America, there is a parent that is going to justify this. Somewhere in America, there's a parent who raised this little monster in the making. I'm telling you right now, protect your children at all costs. Judge books by their cover. This is the cover of this book right here. Look at him. The fuck is that? There he is. Aquavius. Got the drip. Somewhere in America, somebody paid for that. He's been taken into custody and he's serving detention time, but ultimately what's probably going to end up happening is nothing. He's probably just going to do his detention time, which will solve nothing, and this fool will be back amongst the Commonwealth going to school with your kids a few months from now. There's no question of whether or not he should be expelled or not. That's not even a question. But what'll happen is, inevitably, he'll just go to another school. And he'll be a menace there. And then when he's kicked out of the system, right, altogether, when he can't be accepted, when he won't be accepted anywhere in school, what he'll do is he'll turn to the streets. So that he can live what it is that he believes that he is. Still being supported by somebody at home. Bitch, go back to teaching. Disgusting. I'll see y'all in the next video.